I'm 75 years old. I'm a Cree Indian. I'm from Onikaniwak, Cross Lake, Manitoba. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here again. This is my classroom. What we're standing here, this is my classroom. And I'm connected to this world. We're all connected to this world.
Onikaniwak is the natural extension of a field trip type of summer institute called Touring Turtle Island that was held in southern Manitoba and hosted by the University of Manitoba in 2011 and 2013. The impetus for this program was a result of a journey of relationship building, respect for alternate worldviews and ways of doing, responsibility to and for the teaching of others, and reciprocity between colleagues, teachers, and friends, a foundation built on the work of Drs. Kirkness and Barnhart, 1991. The two professors or facilitators for this program entered a learning journey in 2008 when Dr. Don Wallen became the PhD advisor to Sherry Peden. These profs exemplified the far ends of the spectrum in terms of their lived experience, worldviews, and knowledge relating to First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people.
I've had the wonderful privilege of being a teacher, being a principal, being a superintendent of schools or supervisor of schools, working in curriculum, working on Indian control of education, all the things that we've been attempting to do, as they'd say, from time immemorial, to try to have a better place, create a better space for our people. And I really believe in creating space. We talk about you that are in the classrooms, you're creating space in the classrooms for everyone. But oftentimes the Aboriginal children have been neglected. So this creating space has been my theme, to make space for Indigenous children in your classrooms, in your school districts, in your universities, in your colleges. That's such an important thing.
My name is Mervyn McKay. A crew of a group of us got together to put up this teepee for the Summer Institute. They were requesting this 35-foot teepee to be put up here to have a place where they can meet together, a meeting place for their workshops. In the teepee right now, it's holding about 90 participants inside. The teepee itself has, the poles have a value attached to each one, and each one, so they are obedience, respect, humility, happiness, faith, love, kinship, and cleanliness, thankfulness, sharing, strength, good child raising, hope, and the bindings that bind it together. It's a whole community bind it together by tying all the values together for the teepee, and the two poles, the flat poles, are ultimate protection, meaning we're all related together in terms of this teepee, what it's symbolic of Mother Earth and grandmother, and the teachings that I've received through the elders. This is what I've trying to follow through in putting up these teepees.
This innovative, land-based, camp-like leadership program for school and post-secondary leaders seeks to develop knowledge, capacity, networks, and cultural understandings related to the history, pedagogies, worldviews, and contemporary realities of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. Participants can enroll in this program for master's level credit at the University of Manitoba or Brandon University, or they can take this course simply for professional and personal development and learning.
In order for reconciliation to happen, one of the principles of reconciliation is that the UN Declaration needs to be used as a framework for reconciliation.
What we're doing, and I think it speaks volumes for so much of the work we do and so much work that other people do, is that there is a real need or a real yearning from the young people to learn about their traditions, about their culture. They're just asking for it. We go to schools and they ask for it. We just captivate their attention.
The 12 years I went to residential schools, we suffered all types of abuses, but we also had good lives.
So when we teach this history, it's not pleasant by any means, because all the trauma that took place in that history, all the hurts, all the pains, all the tears, all the deaths, all the loss and missed opportunities.
There is not a single tribe in Canada, not a single tribe in Canada that has title to the reserve. And it's our treaty right.
My father and my mother would have envisioned for us when they sent us, when they allowed, finally they said you have to go to school. But their vision was always that we would learn our culture. And their vision would all, my mother's especially, would that be we would all speak our language.
I'm hopeful. I'm always optimistic about the language and the people that want to keep it, hang on to it. That we will have schools, bilingual schools, and we will have teacher training that teaches immersion programs, bilingual programs within the province.
It is the sincere hope of Peden and Wallen that those who participate in Onikaniwak learn something about themselves or Aboriginal history, worldviews, ways of teaching that will promote the success of Aboriginal students at all school levels.
So this experience has been great for me. I've been teaching for almost 10 years and I don't have very much experience at all with First Nations and Métis students. So being able to be part of the ceremonies was a great opportunity for me.
Talk about tokenism or the tip of the iceberg kind of teaching where people will just use symbols or bring in one speaker or do one sort of cultural activity and think that that's enough. As a teacher, I want this to be an ongoing conversation with my students from day one to the day they graduate to take it on with them. I want to dig deeper into the messy issues. I think I owe it to my students.
So for me, this is like coming home. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like I'm with, I love my colleagues but here it's like being at home.
I came to learn, but I'm finding I'm learning more about myself in this course. And we're only not even halfway through, and I've already reached a personal milestone. So it's really touched me in a fantastic personal way.
I studied colonization, and we're learning these tips and tools in the classroom, how to decolonize our subject matter, but nothing really prepared us to how to decolonize our workplace with our peers, our colleagues, our bosses, the places in general.
Something else I've really appreciated has been that they're really showing us through action what Indigenous education can look like. They've brought in speakers, they debrief with us, they help us work through difficult emotions sometimes, but they're also giving us the theory and the real, like, why this is so important, and academically as well as maybe on a more personal level. And so for me, I guess I really feel that they're showing rather than just talking about it, and that's really a powerful thing.